So I might be trying to revenge trade, which is not a good advice, but still I'm not doing it with the thing with the mindset of revenge trading, but just leaving aside my main trading area, which is the 4 hour playground, right, and jumping to the 15 minutes playground to see if maybe I can do one or two trades that compensate my loss from yesterday night. But other than that, I think that's what I'm seeing. Yeah. I'm gonna be setting up an alert, and I'm even gonna be labeling it the 15 minutes because I don't want to be mix matching my trading accounts. Oh well, it's set, so whatever. So yeah, that's what I'm seeing on render. It actually caught my attention. I kind of giving it a second look, but other than that, not looking too shabby. Look at that beautiful bull flag formation here. We might have a good breakout. Hopefully we do. But yeah, on Ethereum, I want to share my flop on Ethereum. Man, I was flopping and groping on it. How is it said? Why is that?
Popping and groping, baby.
Yeah, flopping and groping, man. I was the pencil neck guy right there. Ah, sheesh. Ethereum. Oh, goddamn Ethereum. There we go. I was looking at this possibility right here because we were breaking out, retesting. Oh, that wasn't the 5 minutes. There we go. I was trying to there we go, breakout retest. I did not wait for the retest. It reversed on me, took me out right there, right? And then my second try did not mark that, but was somewhere around this area here, right? Breakout, pullback, good. And boom, it took me out. Oh, come on. It took me out somewhere around this area right here. It projected back out. And I was said, you know what? Fuck it. Fuck it. This is too choppy for me. I'd rather just wait a little bit more, wait for the pattern to reveal itself, and then I'll just jump back in. So Ethereum, we're still looking at the big picture, right? Top and bottom. So my open order or my alert is still set somewhere around 3,200 for an open order. Hopefully we can get that today. I mean, we have had a lower highs. We're almost to be creating a lower low. If we can do that lower low, I think we have the chance to revisit these low areas, right? But something that I'm not liking, and well, this is the 5 minutes, right? It is this bullish divergence. So I rather have a secondary bullish divergence with a sweep of the lows, maybe, and then I might reconsider my entry point. But so far, holding and waiting on Ethereum 5 minutes. I mean, I'm gonna try to get something here, but tomorrow we have the Japanese carry trade once again. So I think the markets are pulling back down based on the possibility that that major markets or traditional markets also retrace a little bit. But what are your thoughts?
So render, my community, we took a long on render yesterday and smacked it. You know, it was a really good trade. One of the traders. So render is in my opinion, it's a bit overextended. We can take a look for sure. Always want to take a look. Maybe give you some contrarian point of views because it's always that's why we're here, right? We're here to work together. And you cannot, you know, OC is correct in his outlook because he looks at a different time frame than I do, right? And I think that's important to understand. There's no perfect signals, and there's no perfect ideas. I do think Ethereum is going to play out, but you can see render here in a downtrend. Okay, breaking down here. And we got long in here yesterday, which was, you know, a great trade to say the least. And now it is flagging out. So I think Lucky Deal had a good point too. And Lucky Deal, you know, I could see Lucky Deal's really putting in a lot of work trying to understand how to trade. Always asking good questions, always wanting to learn, right? He's saying a bit of a Bart Simpson, which is possible. We are holding the dynamic reactor here on the 15, flagging out, right? Which I see. Uh, just tons of liquidity below. That's my concern with this, right? That's my concern. Bitcoin's got to go, right? Bitcoin's in a state where it's very much making a decision, right? If we're looking at Bitcoin and where we're at right now, we have that liquidity, same thing, right? We still have that liquidity down below here. Is it going to roll over here? I am in a quarter position. Okay, I'm laddering into a long right now to see if we do get a bounce out of here. Okay, back up to VWAP, kind of a target for me. Looking to come back in here. But you can see like we are getting reversal signs in here. For me, it's pretty exhausted to the downside. Okay, there could be. That's why I'm laddering in, so I have room here to add to my position. If it does go from here, whoop-de-doo, I'm in a little bit. But I am looking to, if we do sweep, which I want to see the sweep. I'm just getting in a little bit here to commit to it. But if we do sweep, okay, I'm looking for something like that, right? That's kind of where I'm at right now with this trade. And don't forget, I'm a very, very, very short-term time trader. So we do have a head and shoulders here. Okay, so be aware of that as well. But like I said, I've taken a lot of trades today, right? Let's go through it, I guess. And I'm kicking myself a little bit today. And that's only because of I expect myself to be better. Because I missed a short. I missed a short yesterday morning. Okay, I had this was yesterday morning. Okay, so I over traded yesterday as well. So maybe it's this volatility gets me excited to make some money. But yesterday, okay, 3 drives, bearish divergence into a key level of resistance. I didn't short this. I was saying to short this on the whole live. I didn't short this. Okay, came back down. Okay, stopped out, break even here. Took a long up here. Took a long up here. Took a long up here. Okay, so I made my money back and then some. I had a really I was up like $1,200 yesterday, so a very nice trading day. But I missed my market open short. It was like looking me in the face, and I longed here, and I got out broke even. I was looking for the continuation breakout. We didn't get it. And in hindsight, I knew that there was resistance here, one of my key levels. So if you look here, my red line here, very critical level here, coming into that area and looking for the rejection. I even told my Discord that we were looking for the rejection here, and I didn't take it. So it's kind of like, come on, dummy, right? So break even here, but then long, long, and long. So like a very, very lucrative day because your trading day isn't over after you're taking a break even loss or whatever you want to call it. Okay. Very, very nice day. But then today, same thing, right? So going into here, getting rid of some of my Etch-a-Sketch, right? Coming into a key level of resistance, VWAP rejection. Okay, golden pocket rejection as well within here. So you can see the golden pocket rejection downtrend. So I should be looking for shorts. Okay, and look, we're up on this trade already. I wanted lower, man. I wanted lower. So golden pocket rejection, VWAP rejection, order block, retesting previous highs, break of structure to the downside. Okay, it was all here. So VWAP, golden pocket, break of structure, continuation trade, right? So I should have shorted here this morning at minimum. Should have shorted here for this follow down. And you know me, I'm looking for 1%. There's my 1%. Would have been happy days. Except I longed here, okay? So this is why it's always good to review the day, right? And what can we learn from it? Because obviously the market looks a lot easier when we're looking at it here, because we know what's happening, right? When we're looking at it here, we don't know what's happening. We have to make decisions based on statistics, right? Okay. So it's a lot different, but it's always good to review, right? So got long here, half a position size, because I'm half a position size from now until the volatility drops down. Okay, we're getting 1% swings volatility. Okay, lower your position size. If I'm doing it, you should be doing it because you're getting these big scam wicks, these big moves, and you're gonna get stopped out pretty easily if you don't manage your risk properly. Okay, so I got stopped out here for $170 loss. Right, so fees plus 150. I typically risk 300 to make 900. That's how I roll. I took a $150 loss plus fees, $20 fees, 170 down. I scalped this up. I scalped this up here, and then I've scalped this up to here, and I've scalped this up to here. I also took a loss in here. I got long too late. So it's been a lot of trading, almost too much trading for my liking. And now I'm long from here. Okay. And I can share that with you guys right now. I have not taken any profits out of this. I'm looking to ladder in right now. But I am long on the 3 drives to the bottom. Obviously head and shoulders, but I'm looking for support to be held here. Why am I looking for a long right now? That's, I'm up $40, whatever. Why am I looking for a long right now? Mainly because mainly Trump pump, all this stuff, but mainly because of NASDAQ. Okay. Let's look at NASDAQ. NASDAQ's ripping. Okay. NASDAQ, if you're a scalper, the NASDAQ trades like so Bitcoin trades like a leveraged version of the NASDAQ. That's the way I look at it. So if the NASDAQ moves up 0.5%, like this looks like a big move, right? This is only 0.5%. Okay, it's not a big move. Okay. So the NASDAQ, if you scalp Bitcoin and you look at NASDAQ, you could overlay Bitcoin. And it's not perfect, but it's confluence. Okay. So it's confluence. So you can see here as we're ripping up here, NASDAQ's ripping as well. And it's, yes, chop, 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 but you can get some actual really good confluence ahead of time. Okay, so the NASDAQ will V-shape recover like here. So the NASDAQ V-shapes recover and starts to rip to the upside. What does Bitcoin do? Same thing, right? V-shape recover, rips to the upside. So it can be an added layer of confluence, which I mean, any sort of help with trading, I'm going to take it, right? So I will watch the NASDAQ. And what has the NASDAQ done today? The NASDAQ has broken out and continued to flag out. Okay. So NASDAQ broken out, flagging out. Okay. I expect continuation out of this, right? I also look at the S&P. The S&P broke to the upside here and is continuing to go higher. So I use that. And then also a big tell today. And I was telling you guys this yesterday, but anybody who's new here, is the dollar's breaking down. This is exciting, man. Is when the Dixie has been up only since basically September. Okay, we got the jobs data here, and it's been up only. And to see a little bit of weakness, I'm not saying this is fully weak because we did see something like this over here. Okay, but if we lose this, 107.75 area, this could be juicy. And we have broken this uptrend. Okay, you see the uptrend here, momentum has been broken. So there's some hopium in the markets. See, now I'm break even on my trade, right? Break even on the trade. It's come back down. I'm looking to ladder in, right? So we'll see how that goes. But that's the trade I'm in. Just waiting right now. Very chop suey. Take your profits and run. Like if there's one, thing of advice I could give, take your profits and run. And always the trend is going to be your friend here. So yes, we are in a downtrend. We are below VWAP. So can we push back? We'll see. There's some outliers. Okay, so like Solana's really strong right now. Something you definitely want to take a look at. I'm looking at Solana for a possible pump here. Just pushing, right? Like when you see price action like this, it's just pushing. It's I don't know if it's because of the Trump coin or whatever. Like you barely double bottom in here and like just choppy, but it's just like, no, we're going up, man. We're just going up, right? So there's some definite strength in the market here. As you can see, free Ross today, bullish narratives, right? Tron, obviously Trump's buying Tron, he's buying Solana. So, you can find them, right? You can find them. AI is looking strong too. Trump just launched that AI narrative as well. I think if you're right, so you want to try and get on this. You got the flagging out on render. Could pop off there, OC, especially on like a higher term time frame. I'm not trying to undermine OC. A little bit overextended here, but lots of room to the upside. If we're looking at like more of a macro, this range has obviously been sticky, right? And we're pretty much at the bottom of the range now, reclaiming back into like this general volume area. As you can see, we got a big chunk of volume here, right? So we have now come back into that volume area. So I would expect continuation. My only concern is that we longed it yesterday from here, right? We've longed from here. So is this going to keep going? I don't know, man. I don't know. But it is looking quite juicy right now. So yes, I am in a Bitcoin long from down here, looking to add if we come down a little bit more. And I'm looking for it to come up to the golden pocket here around $106,000 if we can continue. Look, lots of liquidity above us here. We do have a very strong delta in here as well. Okay, strong delta bounce level for liquidity in here and a strong bounce level down in here. Okay, I do believe I have another level down below here, a little bit lower. Yeah, big order block in this low here. Okay, so be cautious about that. Big order block. So if we do roll over, I expect us to come into here and try to bounce. Okay, if not, this is where we bounce. Can we go up? We'll have to wait and see. But that's kind of what I'm looking at generally today, OC. What do you think?
Oh man, I love it. I mean, on my side, I'm looking at uranium. We've been looking at it throughout this week and 2 weeks ago because, guys, remember I just took a long vacation. So let's take a look at the uranium here, and then we're gonna go over virtual, Sundog, and also where is it? Hype. So Hyperliquid. So those are the ones that I'm looking at. So let's get started with uranium first. I mean, uranium, it's been killing it. Oh my goodness, come on. Not even chance for a re-entry right here. As you can see, we're aiming all the way up here. Seems like it is punching through. Something that I don't like. Well, it doesn't really matter, but to me, right? But I still don't like it. It is this bearish divergence, right? This is a hidden bearish divergence, and why I don't like it, because it is a hidden, which means we could maybe have a slowdown reversal like that. And for that on uranium, it's come on. We already have waited a long time for uranium to keep going up, right? So it's something that I don't really like to see. Nevertheless, it's still pushing here. What I'm gonna be looking for, it is a retracement. Remember that we are looking for that possible retracement. This is the same. Let's migrate this trade right here, based on what we had at the same exact point, just like it. And I'm gonna be looking for that possible retracement. That's gonna be my re-entry, and then keep going upwards. Again, guys, remember I've been telling you that uranium is also a leading indicator. So look at smoke detection machines, look at production of weaponry, look at production of energy, look at the chemist industry. Many things uses, also military uses a ton of uranium, depleted uranium armory for tanks, so on and so forth. And why is that? Because everything that is happening all around the globe, right? There's many things that uses uranium, not only weapons and energy. Look for those. I think it's a great positioning right now, as we're gonna have the retracement and then pump up. So let's also take a look at the next ones that I'm looking at here. Hyperliquid looking great on my perspective on the 4 hours. And why is that? Look at that. It's not about the breakout, it's about your retest, and off we go. Once again, we are on a huge disparity area on the VPVR of chart prime, which means we should be expecting a range or a little bit of a retracement, and we are having it. I'm hoping for it to become a little range, which will create a bull flag or a bullish pennant. If we create that bullish pennant, well, then we could be looking at a possible breakout in target somewhere around this area of smart money reversals at $31, which will be a best case scenario on the 4 hour time frame. If we got it where we want to have it, of a 17%. At a 10x, we're going to be looking at something like 178%. Maybe a little bit less because of the way we could be looking at grabbing it. All right. So I'm going to be setting up a couple of alerts on Hyperliquid. I'm not too in depth on what this coin does, but I do see a healthy movement right here with a very short, of course, with a very short price action. I don't see a real pump and dump. We did had a reversal to the 50% of the increasement. That talks about strength. But once again, come on, let's look at the history, right? So just take it with a grain of salt. Still, this is going to be one of my first dangerous trades that I'm going to be willing to take. So I'm going to be setting up an alert right here at the center of what I believe could be that triangle be created, and also at the previous highs. I want to be alerted if we retrace or if we continue. If we continue, well, then I just keep my hands off the keyboard and wait for that next possible retracement. Where is my next possible retracement? Look at this beautiful predictive range line up here. This is going to be my next target. Both if I enter for taking profits or, oh, sorry about this. I don't know why every freaking body start calling me at this time of the morning. And then possible entry right down here for a target. TP number 1 at this previous high, TP number 2 at a 28. And then finally TP number 3 somewhere around 30 or 31, something around those areas. Other than that, let's go over I think I said virtual. I don't remember. Sundog. All right, Sundog is been having a lot of hype, and I don't know. It's still not looking good, but I believe we could be finding out bottom right now. Why? There's a couple of things. First things first, and that's going to be overextension, right? Look at how much air we have between dynamic reactor and the previous low, right? Even on right now movement, right? Last time we had that much of an air, right? And look at that. Let's measure it. Almost exactly the same, right? Look at that. Almost exactly the same. Last time we got that reversal, we had a little, sorry, last time we had that dip, we had a little bit of that bounce back or reversal. I was thinking at that point that we could be creating a Wyckoff pattern. We did not. We failed the bottom here with a breakout retest and continuation. But at this point, I think we are on the third, right? So the first one is this one, the second one is this one, and the third one is the charm, right? So at this point, I'm looking for a possible exhaustion here, and the next thing I'm going to be adding are my liquidity areas. Look at where both of my liquidity areas are, right? So talking about a Wyckoff range, we could be into one of those. And look at that automated trend line that we also have drawn. In my opinion, and remember I'm a human, but in my opinion, it will be looking more like this. So what I want to see here, it is at least ranging from here, breakout. Look at that same area of this one, retracement, and then off we go, and then breaking dynamic reactor, another retracement for the breakout, and then a further continuation. Sundog could be also making a little a double bottom here. Again, we need a little bit more information. And what's going to be defining that it is our oscillator. Oscillator looking a little bit weak. Nevertheless, technically speaking, we are above the zero line. So I'm here to read technicals and also the back of my head what my experience have told me, right? So I still need to be careful. That's why I haven't jumped into any trades just yet. Come on. Sorry about that. That will be basically what I'm looking at. Sundog. Again, this is a meme coin. I'm not going to be putting anything major here. Maybe half of a position lower, 5x, 7x, something like that. Still, if I can grab it from here to the dynamic reactor, that will be an 18%, a 10x, 183. Not looking that shabby. And also remember, we're trying to get it as low as possible, right? And that is to have a shorter stop loss, especially on something like Sundog. We want to be cautious with it. So again, this is not a trading signal, all right? But I'm still going to be placing an alert. And my first alert is going to be at 0.063. And my secondary alert is going to be at 0.070. Those are going to be my two alerts for a possible entry on Sundog. Again, the top line is not for an entry. It is for telling me, hey, warning, we're about to come back down, right? So redo your analysis, OC. So that's what I'm looking with Sundog. If you haven't seen, man, the DJ within me is growing today, well, throughout this week. And
It's the price
finally,
action, man. I'm telling you,
yes.
it's because it's moving. It's like it's getting everybody like antsy, man. It's weird. It's got a weird effect on people when prices whipsawing up and down. It's like everybody, even me, man. Like I'm like, ooh, that looks like a trade. Ooh, that looks like a trade. Ooh, and it's like, wait, man, just wait. You know, like,
Oh
oh,
yes, absolutely. And one last one that I want also to pitch to you, Alex. I want your opinion on this one. I want a contrast here. Man, I had an alert in here on virtual. Look at that alert. It's completely skipped it. It created a higher low, which is fine. I was expecting something like a double bottom on the higher time frames, which we got, right? But the trade is gone. I mean, man, that got me the FOMO. And right here, I mean, I cannot ignore the freakishly huge disparity area. So is it a good area to enter? Of course not. Of course
for
not, right? Of
virtual,
course not.
nah,
Yeah. But
chasing.
virtual, yeah, it's looking good. Look at that oscillator, right? Look at that prime score and look at that consolidation score. That consolidation score is telling me that we're going to be breaking out. So my thoughts are telling me, you know what? We are going to be bursting, right? So my strategy tells me do not take it, right? My
Mm.
experience tells me take it, but you're gonna get hurt if it goes wrong, right? So I just wanted to kind of like pass it over to you and maybe, like have a debate on it. Because so far, I would say not take it. I'm not gonna be taking it unless you see something different that like that might be for me, calling my attention because we keep pushing on virtual. But yeah, dropping it off, passing it over to you, my friend, to see what you to also to have your opinion there.
Yeah, so going over to BitTensor first
Yep.
for Lucky Deal and just taking a look at this for him. He said he's in from 401 here, could come back down to 400. Uh, um, there's a good chance of that. Yeah, so you are in a little bit of a downtrend right now, if I'm looking at this. So what you can see though is good constructive price action on the way up here. For if we're just going very simply here from impulse and up, right? We are at a golden pocket area, so we could be looking for a bounce literally in this area. Okay, some people will pull their fib from here. I like to go from the impulse move that actually started this uptrend. Okay, so looking at this, you do have some support in here that you could, as you can see, it is fighting a little bit in here. So looking okay, right? Looking okay. What we want to see is the strengths come in, right? So we don't want to see this continue to flag out, roll over. We want to see the break of this trend line and continuation up. You do have bearish momentum coming down, mitigating these lows, right? So a little bit of a reversal. You got 3 drives, bearish divs in here. Okay, so that's always something I keep my eyes on. Remember, I always say look for the threes, but you do got bullish divergence coming in here, and you're trying to reclaim the 0 line, okay, on the 15. So could you get the push up and the retest and continuation? Absolutely, right? That's something I'm looking for right now on Bitcoin, right? Just stalling out right here is obviously it's not a comfortable place to be in, especially when you've entered here. I would assume your stop loss is probably somewhere under here. Looking for this to continue onwards and upwards. Okay, so there is some hopium in here, like on a higher term time frame. Obviously, render popped off last night. This is kind of in the same bag. Okay, and you can see that you are looking as though you could push, but not necessarily there yet. Okay, this 3 bear divs here, the drive really started here. So typically, if you bear div in here, you're typically going back to where you started, which would be like 394. Okay, I'm not saying you're going to 394. I'm saying right now it's kind of a make or break level. You're looking at your golden pocket 786 bounce level within here. My concern is that you have lost the lows right here. So you've had this big bullish momentum to the upside in here. Okay, and then you have broken that and started to break down. Okay, so if Bitcoin doesn't bounce here, which I'm looking for, and I think it can happen, for me, obviously my time frames are a lot smaller, so I'm not saying that hey man, we're gonna bounce from here. I'm saying hey man, be cautious. If anything, I'm looking for this thing to come up here. You can see clearly where your line in the sand is at 438 here, right? You can see that once you got above 438, so you should be targeting up there. That's a nice 7% move, right? Does it happen today? I'm not sure if it happens today. Right now, I would like to see us come back and at least retest back into like 415, and then maybe we get a rejection, then a continuation going into tomorrow. Or you could start to put price action up. Let's take a look quickly here at volume and just see where we're at here. So yeah, that's the spot, right? 420. Funny enough, funny numbers. Crypto, man, always 420, 69, 420. I don't know, man. We're in degenerate crypto trading world, man. That's you gotta laugh. You gotta laugh. So yeah, looking for a push off this area. If you lose this area, you're coming down to 390. Okay, so this would be a retracement and continuation out that you're looking for this thing to continue this beautiful uptrend, right? You have put on in some structure, so I'm looking for that continuation. 7% of my viewership are female, one way. So it's you do gotta you gotta try and respect the ladies. I mean, I bet you they'd all be better traders than us too, because they're like, I don't know. Anyways, we won't go down that avenue. We won't go down that avenue. Let's go and take a look at virtual. I mean, bro, I think I had one of my best like ladder ins and sell on virtual. Okay, so I think I told you, but I laddered in here. OC, I laddered in here. Right, average price was like somewhere in here, and I sold here, bro.
Nice.
I got the receipts if you want to see it. I cannot explain to you. I've never sold a top so good in my life, bro. I've never done it in my life, and this was it, man. I laddered in on the big dump that we were having. I laddered in and I sold there, man. I'm like, I got the receipts. Like I sold at 390, I think. I was like, okay. Sometimes you're good, you know. Sometimes you get lucky. That was luck. I'm not saying like I'm a technician superstar. Okay, I don't buy tops, but I don't sell tops that often. Okay, I typically my biggest struggle trading is I don't let my winners run long enough. I have great entries. Ask OC, man. I have sniper friggin' entries all the time. I fail to hold my winners. That's something I'm working on, right? Always trying to work on shit, right? That's part of trading. You're never gonna be perfect. OC's probably trying not to buy tops. I'm trying to sell tops, right?
Yes.
We're all at different levels.
That's my superpower, man. That's my
trader.
superpower. I buy tops and I make money for some reason.
Yeah, he makes money buying tops. So if he can do it, you can do it, right? There's your motivation. There's your motivation. Okay, so this right now, breakout, retest, continuations, what I see. Okay, so nice breakout, retest to the previous highs. Okay, previous highs here, continuation. Nice bottoming structure in here. Oh, Bitcoin just dumped. Okay, stopped out. Wow, big dump. Big sweep. My God. Okay. That's why I use a stop loss. Only half a position size though, so that's okay. Let's go back and look at it. My golly gee. Look at this thing. Rolling over, sweeping the lows, okay? Wow. Might want to get long now. Oh man. So a $200 loss for me just there, okay? Which is fine. We'll figure it out. We'll see if it does want to bounce from here. We do have a key level down below here that I am looking as well, okay? Virtuals, no dump, only Bitcoin. Like we said, very scammy price action, right? Like that's how do you plan for that? Well, you use a stop loss, right? You use a stop loss. You can't really account for that within your trading, so you got to be very careful in a market such as this, rolling over on people here. Nasty. So going back over to virtuals, we'll see if this does want to push here. Okay, higher highs, higher lows all the way through. Bottoming structure in here. I like this in here. Accumulation, higher low, higher low, higher low. Mitigation of the high here. Zooming out a little bit. Let's see volume in here. Wrong tool. Yeah, so your equilibrium of the high here. I think it's got some work to do, OC. To be honest, it's probably going to come back and retest into here. It's 283. 283, because you can see there is a range here, right? Forming. So you're probably looking 283 for a retest and continuation. That's what I would look for.
Nice. Thanks, buddy. I mean, I'm also looking like at that possibility of retrace. But I was looking maybe a high time frame. I'm going to be taking your advice and waiting for it. You know what? In fact, I'm going to be doing my alert right now and getting ready for it. That one. Thanks, my friend. Really appreciate it. Talking about things that are retracing. Tesla. Tesla had a big retracement. Yeah. But
the
also
Hitler sign.
yeah, I mean, I don't know what to think about it, right? I mean, I like Tesla. I don't own Tesla. I like how he has been involved in stuff, but I also don't want to get kind of like be blinded to something that could or cannot be, right? If it doesn't affect me, let it be, whatever. But at this point, we were talking about this retracement right here, and then it pump. We already are hitting those areas. We in lower time frames, we did have that sign, that salute played out very, very badly for Tesla right here, but we're still within that possibility of going back up. And I'm talking about Tesla right now because on the 4th hour, look at where we are right now. And this is one of the things that I look forward to it. This is one of my secret guys, right? This is the things that call my attention. And let's focus on that one. First of all, and this is for longs, all right? For longs. First of all, I need to be above the dynamic reactor. This is your dynamic reactor. Is the price action above? Yes. All right. Now we can focus on, the other way around. We can focus on our oscillator. Let me clear everything up here and let's see what's happening here. Look at the ribbon. It is retracing, right? This is your zero line, guys. This is your zero line. So usually when we retrace to the zero line, we look for bounces, right? We look for bounces, we look for bounces, we look for bounces. So what could it be telling me if we're going to be bouncing or not? One of those things is money flow. And look at money flow, how we have a steady movement to the upside, especially from this low to this high. Are we below zero line? Yes, of course, we are below zero line. But look at the movement that we have seen in here. The same movement that we saw on the way down, we're seeing it on the way up. So are we going to have that influx? I believe, and this is what I will be having in action or taking in action, will be money flow crossing the zero line and ribbon flipping on the zero line. But that flip off the zero line will be something like, let me show you. Something like this, right? Where it overshoots a little bit, You see that? And something that I need to give credit to Alex of Crypto, it is the clipping. So are we having a little bit of clipping? Yes, we're having a little bit of clipping here. Volume is looking good. Money flow is looking good. We had a little bit of that clipping. I'm just looking for that overextension. And that's when I'm going to be aiming for a break of the highs, retrace maybe within 2 candles, and off we go to take previous highs in here. Let me add some more on my, there we go, on my price action, and you'll see that we have a trend line here, and that will signify a big body candle going through, retracing, retesting on that trend line, right? And off we go. Something to note is that we also have a order block, but it's a soft order block and it's highly bullish, 90% bullish. All right, and look at that reaction. I mean, by the way, guys, I just turned on order blocks and it happens to be there, right? Why? Because you can see everything it is playing out one after another. So different methodologies are telling me that this is playing out, or at least this is the path of least resistance, unless we have manipulation. All right. But so far, look at that bouncing off the resistance, highly bullish, therefore low pushback, and then recuperation and breakthrough trend lines there. So that's what I'm looking on at Tesla right now. Guys, is there anything else that you would like us to take a look at for now? We are almost over with the class. We are 10 minutes to finish up. So maybe we can take a look at a couple of things. Perfect.
I got long.
You got long. Let me see. Oh, nice. Man, telling you, this guy next to me has a sniper eye for trades. Like, I would bet that he moved markets. He says he doesn't, but I just don't believe him.
Maybe if I traded like shit coins, maybe.
Oh man. All right, so UDF and Ethereum. I think I can take those. So let's rapid fire in those ones. What is UFD, USDT? Dagat, my friend, what are you looking at? MXC, CKX. I'm guessing MEX, isn't it? All right, let's do that. Sorry about that. let's look at it. UFT, Unicorn Fart. All right, Unicorn Fart not looking that good on the 15 minute. Let me go to the 4 hours to see how's it playing out. Well, it's very, very, very choppy. Still great for your scalper. Look at that. I think we could have a symmetrical triangle here. But still, let me draw my trend lines. There we go. So indecision here could be a good area to entry, and that is because we're almost at the bottom. I just don't like volume. Look at that volume, very, very, very low volume, which indicates that we could have a breakout nonetheless, because we are at the bottom. And let's also make that box on entry areas. There we go. Look at that. We are just scraping the very top of that entry area, right, with an indecision candle. I would say give it a little bit of a wait. Let's go to the 15 minutes. Here we got it. We have a big area of entry right here. So maybe we could be waiting for that sweep of the lows and then continuation. We also have, there we go, a liquidity area, same areas right here, smart money areas of entry, although we are also in a smart money area of entry. So, I mean, we could even do a quarter position or half of a position and then another half of a position right there. So let's go, let's clean this up and let's see what would I do. By the way, I'm not going to be trading this one because I already have my what was it, the dog, sun dog. So I need to stick around with just one, something like that. Like, let's just wait for maybe another retracement, and then since we're going to be having a secondary entry, our secondary entry is going to be somewhere around here. So when we average down our entries, it's going to be right there. Right, so just be careful. Maybe your stop loss could be somewhere around 0.222, just to compensate for maybe push back down or push to the lower areas. But so far, unless I see a flip of the ribbon here and I see that we're impacting big support, which is going to be 26, I would not be entering. If you can't force me to take a trade, I'd rather wait for the 26 or the breakout retest on this area around 31.47. So my pleasure, my friend, my pleasure. Let me try it back to you, Alex, and maybe we can wrap things up for today's class.
Yeah, so I'm looking let me look at Ethereum for you over here.
Oh yes, please.
Because I think Ethereum looks like it's ready to go, man.
Oh, you're getting me the FOMO, my friend. Especially since yesterday.
You know, I think it's ready to go. Like we're definitely So the concern is we have a Adam and Eve pattern here, which is rounded with a triangle. Okay, Adam and Eve typically breaks down. So that's the concern, but very, very critical level of support. Okay, very critical. This has held for a long time. Look, resistance, support. Okay, big area to hold for Ethereum. We'll see if it does do so. Right now, with Ethereum, you want to see the momentum being broken. Okay, that's typically how I would look to trade this. Put an alert, maybe even set this out a little bit here. Give yourself a little wiggle room. You don't need to get in here. You can wait, right? You wait here for this. Bull div, push out, continuation. Okay. You want to go on the break of that trend line, stop loss underneath here. Small leverage, something I would look at on Ethereum, especially because we got a bounce on Bitcoin. Okay, so Bitcoin obviously bounced, coming down to into here. I got long off of here. I've hit take profit 1 at the trend line here, coming in, taking some money. But same with Bitcoin here, same downtrend. Okay, looking for this thing to get out and go. Okay, we'll see. Nice bull divs in here. Nice bull divs in here. We'll see. You want to wait for confirmation on stuff like this. You're going to get the moves. Okay. And we'll see if it does want to break out. But Ethereum does look like it's ready. And if we're looking at anything like Ethereum's really lackluster. Like it hasn't really moved too much. So for me, it's a bit overdue. Especially if we were looking last week at our ETH BTC chart, understanding that, hey, gotta go, man. You gotta go. Come on, Vitalik, do something. He's Canadian too. Embarrassing. No, he's still. So looking for this, right? Decision time, baby. Decision time. Will we do this or will we do this? I hate symmetrical triangles. If you didn't know me, I hate this. I hate it. Okay? Wait for the move. I want to see a breakout and a flag. That's what I want to see. Same as Solana. I was talking to you guys this about how you could have caught that Solana move if you just traded the breakout and the flag. Okay? So you see here, we're looking for a breakout. Then we're looking for a flag and continuation. You look at Solana. Solana has moved. We had the bottoming structure down, 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 down. We had the breakout, the flag, and then the actual move. That was the Sunday move. That was massive. Okay, massive move. Looking for a similar thing on ETH. It's going to do its own way, but we want to see strength. We want to see consolidation, and we want to get in on that consolidation, anticipation of the big move out. That's what I'd be looking for on Ethereum.
Nice, appreciate, my friend. So we got another session today on Chart Hackers. So guys, hopefully we can see you guys also on the Chart Hacker Discord. Other than that, thank you so much for joining. And Alex, would you like to say the goodbyes before we wrap it up?
Yeah, be safe out there. Volatile. Use a stop loss. You see me take a $200 loss here, up $150 on this trade here. Might close it out, break even. Okay, so mitigating risk, taking good trades. Being a prepared trader, not a scared trader. Scared money don't make money. All right. Have a good day, everybody. I'll see you guys later.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Alex, for everything, guys. Thank you so much also for joining. And as always, see you guys tomorrow.